Hi, welcome to part 2 of Crunchtime Eats, where I make meals at the end of a long day for the family. So today we're going to do spaghetti. Everyone loves spaghetti, but it's not going to be your usual meatball and spaghetti. I'm going to do one with actually what I have on store in my pantry, which is sardines, right? We're going to use canned sardines. We're not going to grill sardines on it. That's going to take too long. But canned sardines are actually really good and really healthy. So we're going to do sardines with a little bit of marinara, a little bit of pesto, and I probably have a little bit here and there to kind of spice it up. So we're gonna start. The first thing you do when you come home and you want to do spaghetti is get the water boiling, right? Get the water boiling because that takes the longest. Split the water in half here and half in the electric kettle, because that takes, that boils the fastest. And if you can reduce that time, that's the fastest to make spaghetti, because that takes forever. Now I'm going to turn on the heat. Low. You don't really have to get it piping hot. We're not searing anything. Put on the light. The fan. I'm going to chop some garlic real quick. Again, we like a lot of garlic in my family. One of the fastest way to save time as well is to buy pre-peeled garlic, because that takes forever as well. It's worth paying for peeled garlic, and that's how restaurants do it anyway. Peeled garlic, peeled shallot, that saves you a lot of time. You don't want to buy the chopped stuff because then it oxidizes. So I'm going to chop it up really quick while the water's boiling, the pan's heating, and it's a rough chop. Smash it first. Be careful with the hands. There we go, and then just a quick rough chop. Alright, that's good. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to put it in the pan. Right? It doesn't really transmit the heat to the garlic or whatever you have, as long as you don't put the oil in, which I'm going to do now. Turn it down low because I'm not looking to actually brown the garlic. I just want to sweat the garlic and infuse it into the oil. Alright? And that's going. I'm going to crack some pepper. Again, just to flavor the oil, right? So that's going. Maybe not that, maybe a little bit higher. You want a slight sizzle, but no browning, right? And usually when I do seafood, I like to put capers. And the reason is, it's briny. If you have olives, that'll work as well. You just want something briny to kind of counter the fish. Alright, take it out. I'm not using the brine, just the capers, just a little bit. Again, a rough chop. And the reason I'm chopping it is not everyone likes a big piece of caper in their mouth, so we're going to do that real quick, right? And that goes in a pan as well, just a little bit, as you see. And that's going. I am also going to put in some quick pepper flakes, right? Just a little bit. It gives a nice chili flavor. It doesn't really have a lot of heat, so that's good for kids. Of course, all kids differ, all families differ. Use as much as you like. That's just a little bit. I'm going to turn it out low because it's getting a little hot. I don't want it too hot, right? So that's going. Gonna add the sardines in. These are sardines in olive oil. Someone's getting hungry, you can hear him. So I gotta cook quick. Alright. He's hungry, he can't wait. So this is really one of our staples at home because it's really quick. Lots of good omega-3s. It's delicious. Alright. And for this, I tend to like to use marinara sauce. Okay. Use one that's made with vine-ripened tomatoes because it has nice freshness and acidity. You don't want to use one that has too much tomato puree because it's a different kind of flavor. Those are usually very good for beef or pork or red meats, but for seafood, there's a reason why they call it marinara, fresh marinara. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. It's not going to be a heavy tomato sauce, but you do want some sauce and some tomato. Again, tomato has glutamate, right? So I'm not actually using MSG, but tomato has glutamate. You're kind of using your own natural glutamate or flavor enhancer. That's why people love ketchup so much, okay? Because of the glutamate. So that goes in. My water's boiling now. That's really fast because it's only half the water. I have the other half in a kettle, right? Now you add it in. No time at all, you have boiling water ready to go for pasta, right? I like to salt the water. The reason is, well, at least I feel like it increases the boiling water temperature. It also saturates the water. So when it saturates the water, it just slows down the absorption of water into the pasta. And that gives it a nice al dente texture. Of course, good flavor as well. Wait for it to come to a boil, and I'm gonna put in my pasta. I gotta grab it, so I'll be right back. Hi, we're back. So I found my pasta, right? Water's boiling. I'm gonna put it in. And it hasn't been even 10 minutes of cooking. So let's put it in. You don't always want to follow instructions of whatever they put in the bag because that usually means it's too soft. So just watch it. I like to cook with tongs, indispensable. Look out for affiliate links down below as I set that up, and you can kind of find the same things that I use and purchase those as well. We have an emergency, so we're gonna cut and come back. Alright, we're back from cleaning a potty accident. But the recipe is easy enough that you can do that. Okay, because there's really nothing to do while the pasta's cooking. This is on low, nothing's happening. Go clean your potty accident. Alright, so I'm gonna check on the pasta. Because it's such a simple recipe, really the last thing you want to do is really to overcook the pasta because that will ruin everything. Still a little hard. I've turned it back on high. We'll let it go for a little bit. Adding the amount of salt actually reduces the cooking, rate, so it actually cooks longer. So this is how it looks like right now, right? It's a little bit tomatoey, but not too much. I'm gonna finish with the pesto later, right? If you want, there's another trick. There's something else you can add, which is I like to use a little bit of gin actually with seafood. So I'm gonna grab that. Right, we're gonna use a little bit of gin. I'm gonna turn up the heat to kind of flash it off. And that helps as well to, get rid of the fish, overfishiness, if you would. If you don't have it, that's fine. Or you can use vodka, you can use vermouth. I like it because it has a kind of NHE flavor, which which works really well with sardines. You can also use fennel. I didn't have any fennel today, so that's why I'm using the gin. But you could very well use the fennel. Coming to a boil, I think I'm going to turn it down. I don't want to really overcook the sardines too much. Let's check the pasta. I'm almost there. All right. There's just a little bit of rawness in the center, which is fine. They want a snack, so here, a little bit of pasta for the daughter to snack on. Alright. Okay. Swirling is the easiest method. So because it's almost done, I'm going to add in the pesto now. Now, marinara sauce and pesto, ready-made pesto, I find are indispensable, right? Especially with kids. So that goes in as much as you like. That's really your greens as well. There's a lot of obviously basil, so you're actually getting a lot of vegetables by taking pesto, which the kids will eat, don't worry. So I have it on. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Got a little. Okay, that's basically done. If you want, you can add a little bit of lemon juice. I like lemon juice because I like acid. Family not so much. So I'm not going to put acid today because I'm using an actual real marinara. Pasta's done. It goes in. Do not rinse your pasta. Just stick it straight. Don't worry about a little bit of water. That actually helps emulsify your sauce. Because that's what you want to do. So spaghetti in, right? 2 pots, no strainers, because you see how to clean up after that. The less you use, the better. We go 1 pound of pasta. Try to use I found a 14-inch pan at least. The 12-inch, you're gonna have a hard time. So get a 14-inch pan. I'll try to recommend a few for you. There you go. You do want to do some of the cooking in the pan. I could flip it, but in reality, we're not in a restaurant, and it produces a lot of splatter. So I'm not going to flip it just for that reason. Okay, kind of observe how it looks. If you want a little bit more tomato, you think you want it more marinara, add a little bit more. This is all pre-cooked. It's safe. You don't have to boil it. Okay. Alright, and I always like to put a little greens. So we have parsley, right? Italian parsley. I actually like to use rocket, but I didn't have any. So we're going to use parsley today. Also known as arugula, meaning rocket, which I don't have. So we're just going to use some parsley. I'm going to shave it off. This is a way you can just shave it off without having to, do too much picking. Because again, everything's your crunch time here. So there you go. Just use your knife and shave it off. Then you have mostly leaves. Don't worry about a little bit of stem. I'm going to chiffonade it or give it a small chop. Right, crunch it up, just chop it. Keep it crunched up, watch the fingers. Parsley, right? Half in while you're still cooking, half later for garnish. It looks about good. Not too much sauce at the bottom. That means it's not overly wet. Everything is emulsified, giving you a nice thick coating on the pasta. And that's it. I'm gonna plate it up.
Ready, Gigi? Ready?
Yeah,
ready,
off the
Mommy?
heat.
Yeah, cool. Ready? Go.
Right. You can eat it again straight from the pan if you want, but I'm just gonna put some on the platter. Right. With some of the sardines for the protein, as well as really it's, I don't know you, but sardines are delicious. Right?
I'm trying to be a crab, Daddy.
Alright, gonna be a what?
A
A
crab.
crab. Well, we'll do a crab dish next time if I can wing that.
Okay, okay.
So that's with parsley. Now I do want a little bit of lemon flavor, but
Hey, any snack?
dinner's gonna be ready
I
soon.
like snack.
I know.
This is a snack.
All right. So what we're gonna do is actually, because we don't want too much acidity, because the family doesn't like too much acidity. I am going to just zest it. All right. So we got a little bit yellow. We got a little bit of green. All right. You get the yellow specks there. Right? Not a whole lot. You just want a little bit of freshness, okay? And that's it. Dinner for today. Once again, check out our links below once I get it up, and look out for the next video. Subscribe and like if you can. Thank you.